Top. It's your boy, Chad Visionary.
This your boy, E-Money Boss, and you're now tuned in to the Top Hill Podcast. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Top. It's your boy, E-Money Boss.
I'm Chad Visionary.
And I'm your girl, Jamila, with her own boss.
Hey, you guys are listening to the Top Hill Podcast. This is episode 33.
33.
And if you guys can't tell, I got all the energy right now. I'm hyped for this episode. I've been waiting for this Monday. We are here.
Definitely.
What's up, bro?
It's good, man. It's good over there.
All right, man. So, it's another episode of Top Hill Pod. We got a lot to talk about today. But first, Chad, how was your week, man? What's new with you?
I had a good weekend. Got to use my new camera on 2 new clients that I had.
Okay.
And the pictures turned out marvelous. Like, I'm really proud of the shots that I took. So
I'm so proud of you and your new investment. And you guys make sure you check us out on YouTube, okay? So you can see this new icy footage that we're going to have.
For sure.
And make sure you guys follow Chad Visionary if you guys need any photography, videography,
We
all
already
that.
got a comment.
I could have get
We ain't even
Austin.
get there yet.
No, Austin. How
Because he already know what we're about to talk about.
Yeah, of course. But we're gonna get into that in a minute. Shout out my man Austin Toes, and shout out to his podcast that he just dropped as well too. So.
Definitely, yeah.
What? We got a new podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, so exciting.
Yeah. So
The first one was on mental health, I believe so.
Yeah. So make sure you guys check out Austin Toes pod as well too. We gotta get you back on the show, bro, so we can talk about that.
Definitely.
Let's see. What else? Jamila, how was your week?
You know, my week is always good. Always good.
Okay.
Every day's a good day.
Good.
Not much, just working, you know.
Being her own boss.
You know it.
All right.
What about you, bro?
What am I doing? Bro, like, it's been a blur this week. I don't even know what I did, to be honest with you.
I'm going to tell you the truth. I feel the same exact way, but I know that my days are good every day.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I'm thankful, you know what I mean? So my days run together. I can't even keep up with them anymore.
I really can. Like, I feel like I still just got back from Jamaica. Like,
I mean, we don't want to calm down.
Okay, you know, shout out to my girl. You know, it was her birthday. You know, we celebrated, Jamaica. Yeah, I celebrated her birthday in Jamaica. That was amazing.
Bomb footage from our view vlog.
Yeah.
Bomb
I
footage.
gotta watch that. I didn't get to see it yet.
Yes, drone. I love the drone. Hold on, can we just talk about that one joint when she was on the balcony with the dress and the dreads?
That was a dope shot.
I was like, oh, yes, Miss America. Yes.
I'm trying to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys for checking out the sneak peeks. That From Our View vlog, if you guys haven't, checked that out yet, check out From Our View vlog. It's me and my girl's first travel vlog together. That Jamaica series is going to be crazy.
Y'all was just looking like so good.
Appreciate
my
that.
God, y'all was killing it. Camera was just loving y'all.
Appreciate that. I can't wait to share that with you guys and to the world. Those videos coming soon. It's a lot of work, a lot of editing, but they're coming. They're coming.
I'm already hit.
All right, man. So let's get into this music, or let's get into these news.
Let's get to it.
So first, let's talk about this the Verzuz battle, man. Snoop Dogg against DMX.
Legendary, for sure.
That was such an amazing celebration, bro. Like,
definitely. I didn't get to watch it though.
What?
Yeah.
What you didn't get to watch it? What you mean is legendary? You weren't there.
Because it was two legends.
They're two legends. I just know it's legendary.
I got you back, Chad. I ain't watch it either.
But
it's legendary, bro. I already know.
Yeah, man. Like, a lot of people, I know for me, I'm a fan of Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg got my same birthday. We share the same birthday.
You like the West Coast.
And I like West Coast music. And, Snoop Dogg is one of those OG people. I mean, he survived. He had a long career, a long
career.
And it's still very, very relevant today. He's an animal when it comes to that, when it comes to the music and everything.
His image alone, pretty much. Like, everybody's gonna know Snoop Dogg.
Right. They actually recorded it in his studio at his house, which was lit.
Yeah, that was dope.
DMX, I will give his credit where credit is due.
Of course.
Because a lot of people were being real disrespectful, saying that DMX will get washed. Snoop Dogg has way too many hits.
I didn't see that at all.
Well, I saw that, and I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, I feel where they're coming from. Because when you think about Uncle Snoop's catalog, I mean,
DMX too. He has a pretty good catalog.
He has a really great catalog, but you have to be reminded of his catalog. You know what I mean? Because we know.
I don't know. That one album went diamond. Ain't a lot of albums that went diamond.
Touche. Touche. I didn't.
That album alone.
I didn't know his album went diamond. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Chad is funny though. Yeah, like nigga. Duh.
No, I know Chad. I know you grew up to a lot of more
I love
DMX
New York
music.
hip hop. So
yeah, for me, I'm on the west side with it. So I got that from Chad. But it was really good to see these two dogs go against each other, and it wasn't really even going against each other. It was really celebrating each other. Like it was a perfect concert, really.
That's how it should be. Celebration really shouldn't be like. I mean, it should be a little bit competition, but mostly celebration.
Right. And what I got out of this is that DMX didn't win, but he didn't lose. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I felt like he really did hold his own. And it was a party from beginning to the end. I
watch it.
Yeah, it was amazing. And shout out to both of them because now they got to deal with, shout out to Timbaland and Swizz Beatz. They got to deal with Apple Music.
Oh, that's major.
Yeah, okay, so... You know, Instagram, you got to get your shit together because people are moving off of their platform going to more.
They're not getting us no money.
They're not. Exactly. The monetization sucks on Instagram. It's hard to promote. It's just so many things in the way when it comes to Instagram.
They're fumbling in the bag right now.
They really are. There's really some things you guys could do to make so many.
Because you got to remember their Facebook too, and Facebook is at the top of the monetization. So I don't think that they're really too concerned.
Right, that's true. Their brand is like you said, Facebook. You know, they want to get the Facebook watch popping over Instagram. Mm-hmm. Instagram's like, that's cute. We just took it, so they want to take over us.
Pretty much.
You know what I mean? That's a smart business move. But you know, use your strongest weapon to your advantage. You know what I mean? Or you're gonna have people like Apple Music step in and take over. So Apple Music, you can watch all the live stream of the Verzuz battle on Apple, and you can also watch it afterwards on Apple. And they have the whole playlist set up for you and everything like that. They get paid a lot better from it, and they get more viewers on Apple Music than Instagram. So because
I didn't know that, so now that I do, like they got me.
Yeah, exactly. I was watching on Apple, and the sound quality obviously is a lot better. Mm-hmm. It's Apple is the way to go when you want to listen to the Verzuz battle. So yeah, that's all I can say about it. It was a celebration. It was amazing. If you guys want to look at it, you can watch it on Apple Music.
So you think Snoop Dogg won?
I know Snoop Dogg won. Like, like, come on now. Like,
I gotta go back and watch that.
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch. Like,
because Chad finds it hard to believe. Like,
I don't know.
I don't. Because he does have hits, but I don't know. It's two different artists to me.
I mean, you come to Snoop Dogg's house. Like, it was understood coming into the room. You go to Snoop Dogg's house. This man comes out with a bucket of chicken and hot sauce, talking about like, yeah, what's good, my nizzle. Like, this is it. Like, Snoop Dogg knows he's that guy, but at the same time, he didn't sun DMX either. You know what I mean? It was very respectful. He didn't sun DMX or anything like that. And Snoop Dogg didn't even go to his biggest bags. He didn't do Drop It Like It's Hot. He didn't do Sensual Seduction. Wow. He didn't do none of that. He was giving you records that went with DMX's records. Okay. So that was like really dope. That was dope to see.
Did he do any like features? Like,
yeah, they both did features. I can't even think about. Well, actually, DMX didn't do many features at all, which is another thing that people gave his props to. Because you know, when you do these Verzuz battle, you can go into your features bag, and some people call it cheating or whatever. But DMX played DMX records, and they were going. You know what I mean? But Snoop Dogg did get into the feature bag. You know, Tupac, you got Dre. You know what I mean? Like, you got Tupac in the tuck. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, that's the point. But yeah, man, if you guys would have saw the comments in the Verzuz battle,
they be going in the comments.
The comments be lit.
That'd be the funniest part of the whole
of social media. Yeah. Of social media, I go straight as soon as I see some interesting shit. Comments, boom. What are they saying?
You know, I like seeing the celebrities commenting.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's funny to see what those people think about their peers and when they're going against each other. It's interesting to see whose side they on or what they rocking with or who's in there. You know what I mean?
Because they be talking from a perspective like us. Half the celebrities, they don't know each other. They don't.
No. But remember when Jill Scott went against Erykah Badu? You got Michelle Obama just popping up in the live.
There's a bunch of people, man. I was surprised to seeing that.
Yeah. But just shout out to the Swizz Beatz and Timbaland for creating this and keeping it as well, too, because they got a lot of offers with these Verzuz battles, like trying to sell it and stuff like that. But they decided to keep keep it black owned, and then really stay consistent with this. You know what I mean?
I'm happy they kept it.
Yeah.
They could have easily sold it.
Yeah. What else? Oh yeah. Speaking of the comments, there was somebody in the comments creeping.
Who's this?
Keisha Cole.
Yep.
Oh, what's that, Keisha?
Yep.
Keisha Cole. What were you thinking? Keisha Cole called out Ashanti again.
It's good, Keisha Cole.
For the Verzuz battle. Keisha Cole wants to smoke with Ashanti.
No, she don't. She wants to be relevant.
I'm not
In
mad.
order to do that,
I'm actually not
you
mad
have
at
to
that.
blow a little smoke.
You're not mad at that?
Mm-mm.
I'm mad at that. Like, no, okay, you know what?
I love
But
both
I'm
of
mad.
them, but I really like fuck with Keisha, but Keisha can't sit with Ashanti. Like Ashanti was around far too long,
Yeah.
Okay.
too much longer.
She's an amazing artist, songwriter, producer. Like, she also featured in many. Come on, bro. When she goes into the Murder Inc. bag, no, bro.
Somebody said Keisha know better.
Yeah.
She
Keisha
should know
Lawrence
better.
could have said can't stand her.
Her hits
But
alone
her
would
music
just
is
crush
good.
Keisha.
I like Keisha Cole
Keisha
music.
Cole got good music.
Like,
you know?
Keisha Cole got this one song out.
Love.
No, Heaven Sent. That's one of my all-time favorite songs.
Heaven Sent.
I'll put that against it.
Like, okay,
Yeah,
let me
Ashanti
not say this. If it's going to 20, I won't say Keisha Cole will get washed. She gets 4 points.
No, I listen to no.
Hey, why you gonna
This
disrespect
versus
her
is
like
for the
that?
women. This versus is really for the women because let's be for real. Y'all wasn't really listening to Ashanti, and y'all really wasn't listening to Keisha.
I was listening to Ashanti.
When
I don't know what
Ashanti
you're
in her
talking
peak, y'all knew Ashanti in her peak.
about. Yeah, I did.
I love Ashanti.
Y'all
grew
is
up on Ashanti.
faking. Y'all
I had
is
a
doing a
huge
bunch
crush
of
on Ashanti.
I
faking.
definitely grew up on Ashanti.
Yeah, I had a crush on Ashanti.
Yeah.
I know Ashanti records, but
I'm not saying you don't know them, but I'm saying just overall, their music was for females. Y'all knew y'all wasn't bumping that shit for real.
My
Like,
mom
to
at
know
the
what
time
song
was a
to-
single mother, so
So you had to hear that shit.
Yeah, I heard that 24/7. Ashanti, Mary J. Blige, like
Mhm.
the list goes on.
So Jamila, we'll ask you then. How many points did Keisha Cole get against Ashanti in her catalog? What would
She's
you
not
think?
gonna win, but she has music that's good. I'm
Okay.
trying to tell you, like,
That's why I was giving her 4 points, and that's being to me gracious.
who else would Keisha? All right, so who else should Keisha had called out?
That's a good question.
I would give her Tamar Braxton.
Okay.
I don't know.
She still ain't really. I don't know. This is. But just you can't really fuck
Jasmine
with Ashanti.
Sullivan. I feel like they came out. They were.
No, Jasmine kind of came and went. Keisha didn't.
Maybe I'm missing something. How many albums does Keisha have? Because I only know
Not
like.
that
Keisha
many.
actually has really one good album. Actually, maybe two. I don't think about it.
When Keisha
I was
doesn't
just
have
bumping
that
her.
many albums, but when she drops them, she
just-
definitely markets them well. She's had TV shows around them. You know what I'm saying? Like she's been
Don't sleep on
pretty
Keisha.
relevant.
Like,
You can't sleep on Keisha because I listen to Keisha. I like Keisha Cole's music.
I'm not
But
gonna
when
lie.
in regards, in comparison to Ashanti,
they be trying to go on her because they say she can't sing for real.
I mean,
no.
She
the
can
love
sing.
song.
Who could she go? I just don't know who else we could put her in a versus
I don't
battle with.
Maybe that says something. You know, maybe
Hey, yo.
maybe
Gazelle, I wish Gazelle was on the live right now because that's his girl.
Keisha. Maybe you should just be quiet and let them find out who you should
Who
be
should have
against.
shot? So who is a better versus
For Ashanti?
component for Ashanti?
For Ashanti?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
No.
Nah.
Beyonce would blow her out the water.
Semi.
No, you gotta
Because
think
if you
about
go
this, too.
back and you line it up with the timeline and stuff like Ashanti got some
People
hits.
disrespect Ashanti. I don't know what it is. I think it was her deal with Murder Inc. and stuff like that that really messed her up. But Ashanti was outselling Beyonce at the time when Ashanti was out.
Yeah,
that's
that's
because
why. That's
Beyonce
what I'm
just
saying.
came
When you
out,
go
though.
back to, it don't matter. It don't matter. It
It do
don't
matter.
matter. You got
Longevity.
Who is your new favorite R&B artist? They don't
Do we
count.
still
You
listen
still
to
You talking
love
about
Ashanti?
SZA, remember?
Hey, but do we listen to Ashanti? When's the last time we listened to a good Ashanti album?
Oh, I keep my old R&B.
That's what I'm
R&B.
saying. Like Beyonce stood the
But-
test of time. There's no comparison.
Ashanti
Right.
does too. If you think about a '90s R&B, old R&B,
Beyonce's catalog's too long. I'm sorry.
not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Like her albums,
She
like,
give me
are
Chris
epic.
Brown vibes. A whole lot of music, but not all of them
Okay,
is
we
hits.
got Beyonce, Dangerously in Love.
No, album's
We
good,
got
but
B-Day.
every song, like we got some albums of Beyonce. Like I said, it reminds me of Chris Brown. It's a lot of music, but is every song a hit? No.
Yeah, she definitely has a B-Day.
Yeah, she has albums that have done that, but Beyonce also has a lot of music.
For the culture, Beyonce and Rihanna, we got to get that. I think that would be the perfect matchup. Like even
No,
if
sorry,
Beyonce,
I can't.
even if
Beyonce
Beyonce has a longer
too.
catalog, do it for the culture. We all want to see that. We want to see Beyonce and Rihanna.
I'm trying. I would like to see y'all. People be sleeping on Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige catalog from the early '90s till now.
Nah, Mary J. Blige is up there.
I would like to see Beyonce and Mary J. Blige. That's just me personally.
I don't see how that goes together at all.
No, Beyonce, Mary just makes heartbreak music.
Yeah, like that.
But she got hits.
Yeah, she definitely got hits, but you can't sit it
And
next to
they both got the
Beyonce.
longevity too. So
That's kind of weird. I don't know who was trying to go up against, but I know we got to move on.
It ain't Keisha.
And I'll watch it. I'll say that. You know what I mean? I'll watch it, and Ashanti's going to get it
Definitely
out
gonna
of
be
here.
entertaining. It's definitely gonna be entertaining.
Definitely.
Somebody said, I just want to watch just for the vibe.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Miss America said Beyonce versus Beyonce only.
Spoken by a true Beehive fan right there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm scared to say too much. I
But-
already know how they is.
Yeah. Chat, we almost got canceled. So we were just talking about Chris Brown. You know, a lot of people are trying to pin Usher against Chris Brown for a versus battle, and
I
Chris
would love
Brown
to see that.
and Chris Brown's like, nah, I can do this by my features alone. Don't
Don't even
disrespect.
cap. He said, "Don't even cap."
Yeah, he
ain't
said-
no disrespect. He was being
And
disrespectful.
Chris Brown smoking crack for saying that.
Okay, I may not be the biggest fan of Usher, but I will have to give Usher respect where it's due. When you look at Usher's catalog
Thank
and
you.
his hits, actually, I'm not that mad at that matchup. I
Me
think that's
neither.
actually.
Who did Chris Brown think he was when that was
Yeah.
one of his inspirations in the beginning?
Exactly.
Like, stop playing.
Yeah.
Like,
When people talk about the Confessions album alone, they're right. The Confessions album
You can
alone.
play that whole album.
whole album.
Yeah.
The whole album.
Yeah, I mean, and even some of his newer records, the record he got with Young Thug, you know what I mean? He's still child
That
relevant
was
as well, too.
breaking.
You know what I mean? So I think that Usher and Chris Brown is a good matchup. But Timberland, you know, he apparently reached out to Chris. He's like, this is interesting. I got something up my sleeve. So I don't know. I think there's going to be a Chris Brown versus, but I don't know how they're going to do it or who they're going to do it with. But
Well,
Why
they,
he
you know who they
disrespect
should
my
put him
mans
with?
like that,
You
though?
know who they should put him with?
who?
The king of R&B. I know you know what I'm talking
you're
about.
not talking about that little nigga. Get that man the fuck up out of
You
here,
knew who I was
dog.
talking about,
When he
didn't
gonna
you?
go again?
Jacquees.
Why did he play himself like that? Just to even say that. And then you see Jacquees, when we put you in the conversation, like, you're a joke. Like, it's embarrassing.
I'm all for, like, you know, speaking stuff into existence and being confident in
Confident, yeah.
yourself. Like, that's cool. But call it something else, because that ain't
He
it.
took it there, didn't he?
He did. Like, come on, bro.
I tried
Like,
to put you in the conversation, Jacquees.
yeah, I mean, hey, you got a spot on Top Hill. That's it. But yeah, Chris Brown and Usher, I want to see it. Chris Brown.
I just don't understand why he disrespected Usher like that.
But you gotta think, bro. These people live in their own worlds. The same way how 50 Cent don't think that T.I. is a good matchup for him, even though I think that is a really good matchup. You know what I mean? These people.
Listen to T.I. just think about his catalog.
Yeah.
He will give him run for his money.
T.I. and 50. I want to see that.
I think
that should
T.I.
happen.
will win.
T.I. will win, and I think that's why 50 low key don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, but I just showed you this, y'all. Juicy J thinks that he can go against Nas. I swear
That's
to God.
true.
Go on Twitter. Juicy J tweeted Juicy J versus
That's not
Nas.
true. That can't be
Bro.
true. He was trolling.
Bro,
Bro,
he was
Juicy J
trolling.
is lit, but why not?
Why? Yeah, why Nas? Like, I mean,
He was trolling.
he had to be. It had to be, like,
That don't even sound right.
at all. But, you know, he's going to be, I got an Oscar. You know what I mean? That's going to be his bag. But, yeah,
He
man.
got hits.
No, Juicy J be
Juicy
crazy,
got hits.
but
Juicy
that
got
is
hits.
not.
All right, we're back. Yeah, music. Bobby. William.
Who's Bobby?
Lodge.
Okay, there we go.
Logic. The kid from Maryland. Logic from Maryland. Okay. All right.
Why are you so hyped?
I'm
for
hyped
right
about
now?
this joke because the odds were so against Logic right now, and I love it when people are being attacked or being dogged, and then they come out and then they deliver. And this to me was an album that truly delivered, because this is real hip hop. This is good music. Period. Like, if you guys like old Kanye, this is as old Kanye updated as you're pretty much going to get. And when you got a producer like No ID, executive producing your entire album, it's hard to really fail with this. And No ID is not going to do that with just anybody. For the people who are like, who is Logic? Why you respect the Logic like that? Logic is this, Logic is that. Logic got 13 gold records, 6 platinum records. He's been nominated for a Grammy. He done record with Killer Mike, Black Thought, Eminem. The list goes on and on and on. He gets respect from Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, the 3 goats of our generation right now. So he really doesn't have anything to prove to anybody. But because he's a mixed person, the same kind of mixed person like J. Cole and Drake, but because he looks a little bit whiter, he doesn't get the same amount of respect because of how he looks like. But people fail to resonate with his story. And he's said his story in albums, he said it in person, but people I feel like people just can't get over the look, and they prejudge him off of that. And I don't think that's fair. You know what I mean? I think that if you get respect from Kendrick, Cole, and Drake, you got people like Killer Mike and Black Thought, the Wu-Tang Clan, the only rapper that was able to get the entire Wu-Tang Clan on a track on your album. I don't know what else this man got to prove, but because you have people like Charlamagne the God and Joe Budden saying things like, Logic shouldn't even be allowed to say the N-word. His dad is
They're
black.
not the only one. There's a lot of people that be going.
His dad is black, just like your dad is black, just like my dad is black. He grew up in Southeast DC. Okay, like it's fucked up. But anyway, enough about that. The music speaks for itself to me. I loved every record on this album. This was a breath of fresh air to me. It was an amazing end to somebody's career. It's reminiscent of his first debut album, Under Pressure, that came out in 2014. And this album is called No Pressure. And yeah, man, an incredible project. Chad, what did you think about this?
I'm gonna start off with a good note. I do respect Logic. His pen game is ridiculous. He's definitely a really good rapper. He definitely, like you said, he got acknowledgement like from one of my favorite rappers, Lupe, Fiasco. I mean, if you get acknowledgement from him, I feel like you're really good. But to be honest, man, like I said, I actually love his catalog. I actually went back. My favorite project by him, I think it's The Incredible True Story. The Incredible True Story. That's one of my favorite projects by him because I like that
Space
theme, yeah. And I feel like that was him because like he's kind of nerdy too as well, so he fits with that vibe, whatever. But to be honest, man, I want to say this about Logic. Like I said, I respect him and he does deserve praise, but I think he's not put up in a pedestal because he's not better than his competitors for real when it comes musically. Now lyrically, bar for bar, you go with Kendrick, Cole, just anybody for real. But musically, I just feel like same thing with Wale. That's what I feel about Wale too. Like, I feel like musically, he's not as good as his peers.
Well, break
and I
that
feel
down,
like that's why he gets overlooked.
Well, break that down because when I'm thinking musically, you know, you already said that you respect his pen, you respect his lyrics, so that would be the beat selection, the music. To me, No ID, this is perfect.
I think what Chad is saying that, if I'm hearing you correctly, is that in comparison to other people that are in his niche, the Cole, the Kendrick, and stuff like that, we could just listen to them opposed to listening to Logic. Like, why listen to Logic? Like, you're good, but you're just as good, if not
So
not as good as the others.
I'm glad you said that, because don't get me wrong, I love No ID. He's one of my favorite producers, and you said it earlier yourself, he remind me of that Kanye sound. It's just like
We've heard it before.
we heard it before, and he's not moving forward with the culture. Like his presence is not with the culture. I think that's another main reason. Like,
So why is that?
I don't know.
You know why? You know why?
Oh, maybe because his looks.
They
But
don't claim him, but he's disconnected himself from the need of being attached to the culture as well. But I feel like that can hurt you to some degree.
It definitely can.
So I think with Logic's rollout, you got to think where he comes from. He comes from the DMV. He comes from Maryland. Okay, we already deal with people from this area not getting recognition from their audience here. Look at Wale and how far he can go. You have to actually get popular outside of here.
That's true.
Before before anything, because in this area we rep the stars more than we do our own. So Logic got cool outside of here, built his fan base outside of
which was smart,
which was brilliant. He did the complete opposite of what Wale did. You know what I mean? And it worked for Logic. You know what I mean? When Logic got to the Grammys off of his music and stuff like that, that put him in a different bag, and he started getting respect from everybody else to be like, oh dang, this kid is actually nice. And like you said, you go back to his catalog, even outside of his albums, his mixtapes, the Young Sinatras, like,
oh yeah,
like this kid can rap, and I get what you guys are saying, like, why listen to Logic when you can listen to Cole? Well, why listen to Cole when you can listen to Drake? Why listen to Drake when you can listen to Kendrick?
Hold on, wait.
No,
You just took it way too far.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, we love J. Cole. We know who J. Cole is.
Right.
But that doesn't mean we don't listen to Drake.
But they're not alike, though. You have to understand, like, what we're asking out of Logic is like what Drake does in comparison to other people. Like Drake and Cole don't sound anything alike, and they're both lyrically.
They separate themselves.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. J. Cole is also an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of J. Cole, but I can respect the lyricism and the flow and all of that.
That's what I'm saying. Why can't we do the same thing with him?
I do. I'm just not listening to him because like he's too disconnected from the culture. You know what I mean? With J. Cole, he gonna give you a couple songs that he really gonna spit that shit, and he really gonna give you something that's gonna nod your head, and then he really gonna give you some stuff that's gonna do both. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna keep you engaged in and out for everybody. But Logic doesn't do that.
But when you listen to everybody, that's exactly what the album is. Is him talking about everything that we talk about that's going on right now in 2020, the Black Lives Matter, all this stuff. Logic has been talking about that for so many of his albums, and then everybody is a perfect testament on it. J. Cole did a surprise feature on that album with that too. You got Black Thought.
I'm not saying they're not doing it, but there's other people doing it better.
Here's another thing with Logic too. I feel like he's not that relatable as comparison to Cole and Kendrick too, just because the way he come across with his delivery and his messages. Like, I'm gonna have to say this, like, him talking about his biracial problems. A lot of people had a problem with that. It was like they couldn't see through that, and I feel like a lot of people in our culture, because it's like, let's keep it real. Hip hop is black, like black community, black. So when you talking about like biracial problems in each and every song,
it's not each and every song. That's okay. He did have an album where he talked about that, but he identifies as black, as he said in his song. I identify as black. I look as white.
I get what you're saying, but people are not going to see it like
maybe
that.
Maybe what we're hearing, maybe what Chad and I are hearing is, and this is not even me being racist, because of course I like white people and stuff like that, but maybe that's the difference between being raised by a black mom and one being raised by a white, and she wasn't even,
J. Cole was raised by a white mother.
Right, but at the same time, he's not complaining about his, but maybe because he's darker too, though, at the same time. He talks about his struggles, but I feel like it's his struggles as a collective, you know what I'm saying? Not the fact that it's his color, but he is also darker than Logic, so maybe that's why Logic feels the need to complain about it more.
I don't even know. He's not even dark. I don't know.
I want to say something. The only reason why I brought this up to like sway y'all thinking is because like his whole career he's been talking about he wanted to be the best. Why he's not being put in talks and stuff. And that's why I wanted to bring it up, because like I just feel like, again, it's this overall sound and him not being relatable. And I feel like we were saying earlier, like his peers just do it way better. And
he's very consistent, though. He is consistent.
He's very
though,
consistent.
But too consistent, maybe.
And to be honest, there's nothing wrong with not being able to like relate to the masses. Like, he has a great catalog and great career. Just stick with the people that love you dearly. If he would just focus on that.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, and he's doing that now. I commend him for that. But if he would have done that from the beginning,
But he has done that from the beginning. Like, his rap pack, his fan group, that's who he caters to. You know what I mean? So he's never been the kind of person.
It's the Joe Buddens and Charlemagne's that make him relevant, so that's what makes it seem as though he's the one talking about it, but it's other people that talk about it as well when they go out of their way to exclude him. Maybe that's really what the problem is.
Yeah, because he talked about it in this album. He really felt excluded from...
Because of Joe Budden and Charlemagne. And then Joe Budden, recently had to apologize because he went back and looked at it, and he was just like, what a fucking idiot I am. And
it happens. Being able to admit when you're wrong, oh my God.
Yeah. That's why I love the Joe Budden podcast. That is one of my favorite podcasts to listen to because it is so raw, it's so real.
Shout out to that Joe Budden podcast.
Ball, Lori, Parks, all of them are is an amazing podcast. And the fact that they can do this 2 times a week with no guests if they don't want to is amazing. And the reason why I do respect Joe Budden because he is outspoken, he says it's true, but he also knows when he's wrong, and he's completely okay with apologizing for it. Like he went through a whole apology episode.
He did.
Who
else did he apologize?
Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah. That was a really good one.
Yeah, that was a really good episode. Good episode, but he also apologized to Logic because he's been super hard and super critical on Logic, and then when he goes back and listens to it, it's like, man, this kid, like, why did I do this? Why did I have to rain on this kid's parade? This man just said he's about to retire. He wants to spend time with his wife, his kid. He wants to live a long, healthy life. He just got a multi-million-dollar deal with Twitch.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Like, why am I hating on this kid? You know what I mean? And after all Joe Budden has said and Charlemagne has said to him, you know what I mean? Logic kind of pushed back a little bit, but now he's like, I'm good. You know what I mean? He went on live on Twitch to release his album. And he was emotional about it. He cried and everything. Talk about, this is what I want to do. I want to, be a better father to his son, be a better husband to his wife.
He'll be back. I believe it.
And there's a lot of rappers that say they're going to retire and then they end up coming back.
Yeah, he's going to come back.
Nicki, Wayne, Jay-Z, all of them. Well, Wayne never said about that. But there's a lot of rappers who said that they were going to retire and come back. That. No, Lil Wayne was not. Lil Wayne was kind of forced into retirement until he pushed back, but he never wanted to retire. And he said that he's going to make music forever. He said he's never going to stop. That's
I definitely see that for Wayne. He needs that actually.
Yeah, Wayne he's just a machine. He don't make no sense.
That's what keeps him insane.
Yeah. But anyway, shout out to Logic. Congratulations on this album, No Pressure.
I liked it. What was your favorite tracks on it?
I liked every single song, but but I will say one standalone track is Celebration. There's something about that record that is just.
So I like the very next two, Open Mic.
Mm-hmm.
I like that overall. Especially the beginning.
Yeah.
The
The samples that he sampled Erykah Badu on here.
That too.
Which was super dope.
J. Cole did it first, but it was cool.
Oh, here we go. He sampled records that Kendrick sampled too. And I took this album for what it is. This is a ending to his career. So this album is supposed to be a sequel to Under Pressure. This is what this is. This is a sequel to Under Pressure, and this was the conclusion of Logic's rap career. So he went back to his roots with this album, and it was amazing.
Yeah, that's dope.
In my opinion.
I respect them.
So, yeah, shout out Logic. All right, moving on. We got other people that drop music. Gunna. The Deluxe.
Gunna.
This is what I'm going to say about Gunna.
This is where we ain't body class right here.
No, not really, because I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoy it for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, this is music that I honestly think that Gunna has one of the best flows out right now. Like, his effortless flow is just incredible. How he rides beats with his lyrics is incredible. But what are you talking about? That's my problem. Like, you know what I mean? The substance for me is not there.
Okay.
So that's my problem. Like the music is cool. It sounds good. You know what I mean? If I want to go out and party and do whatever, but you're not talking about anything meaningful to me. So when I hear an album that has substance to it, a story, I love storytelling albums. That's why I like Kanye. That's why I like Kendrick. That's why I like Cole. That's why I like Drake, Sean, Wale. That's why I like these rappers, because they're talking about something than just nothing.
A bunch of nothing.
You know what I mean? But this is cool. And I do listen to Gunna. I do listen to all these rappers that rap this way. I like trap music, but for a certain space. And this week, I was in my hip hop bag. Logic brought me back. I was like, okay, this is what I want.
Okay, so you wasn't in the mood for that when
right. And I saw your post too, which I thought was brilliant. When you see the music is colors, right?
Oh yeah.
So when you look at Gunna's album artwork and you look at Logic's album artwork, it's kind of clashes a little bit like that, but they perfectly match up. I really like that post that you.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
I loved it. I was still on my trap vibe, man. But I do agree with you. You know, at a certain point, you get to listening to these songs, and it's just, you know, you want to listen to storytelling, you want to hear something more meaningful and stuff. But right now, I don't know. I got room for both of them, man.
Yeah, there's room for
my
both.
mood
Absolutely.
Changes like
absolutely
so many times, but
I like that.
yeah,
He's a
I like it for
playlist
what it
artist
is.
For me, because all the music starts to sound the same to me after a while.
Yeah. And that's what I like. One was cool, but then when you come out and you put out 9 more tracks, I'm like, oh, there's more.
I like them.
They were good. The first record was hard. Like,
yeah, the first one,
200 for lunch.
I like One Flow.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool.
I like Sun Came Out. That was a different vibe. I like that one. Yeah, I like it.
It was smooth. But yeah, the Deluxe, if you guys haven't heard it, it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? If you like one of the first, the original, you'll like this. It's
put it on shuffle.
You might as well.
Playing in the car.
They all, in order. It don't matter.
Yeah, because it's not a storytelling album. It's just a shuffle album, for real. So
it's
cool.
Trap music. Yeah.
Last but not least, with a surprise, Lupe Fiasco.
One of my favorite rappers.
I'm not a fan.
What?
Whoa.
I never liked Lupe.
What?
You're crazy.
The coolest? The coolest.
Don't ever disrespect me like that.
I'm not a fan.
Lupe Fiasco is amazing.
He seems like he's supposed to be cool, like I'm supposed to like him, but something about him just is boring to me.
I mean,
I'm not a Lupe fan.
It's cool. It's weird with Lupe.
I just like the way that this sounded really good. It sounded really fresh. You know what I mean? Like, this didn't sound like one of those rappers that should have been gone a long time ago. Oh, he came back and did a record. That's cool.
Yeah.
This sounded really good.
I agree.
It sounded like old Lupe, like it's supposed to be here right now. And so he got Virgil on this all over this project.
Shout out to Virgil for being the narrator on your storytelling as well. So,
definitely dope. This is actually not an album. It's an EP. It's only 4 songs and an intro, and basically it's deep, man. It's honestly really
very deep, and I just listened to it before the podcast, so I couldn't really get deep into it. But Lupe is good for to be honest, he's like my professor.
Yeah.
Like when I first heard Food and Liquor, like that changed my whole perspective of the world pretty much, and how I view the world, whatever. But yeah, man, when I listen to Lupe Fiasco album, I really want to dig in and get into the storytelling.
Yeah, because he's spitting bars, man. He's making you really think. This is thinking music, and I love it. I love it.
And he does it so effortless. Like, oh my God, like
he's
an OG.
Yeah,
man.
and it's clean. Like anybody can really listen and relate. Because with the first bars, you like talk about dinosaurs, and they come in all different colors and this, and like, oh yeah, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
But
his analogies, metaphors is crazy, bro. And he relates it. Okay, that's one thing I did pinpoint with this album. He was like, okay, with this song Shoes.
Yeah. Oh, Shoes.
Like, if he wasn't listening, like, the way he was talking about shoes, he was relating it to current events that's happening right now. With that, who's that young guy that just died in February? Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah, Ahmaud Arbery.
So that song was talking about Ahmaud Arbery.
Yeah.
And I picked up on that fast, but I was like, man, the way he just correlates that's incredible to me.
The EP is called House, and it really digs deep on what do you feel is a house to you. Like, you're going to think a house is what you grew up in, but on the other side of the planet, it could be something completely different to somebody. Right. The next track is Dinosaurs, and you got to think this planet was owned by dinosaurs for millions of years before we got here. And it talks about, is this a better Earth with us in control, or was this a better Earth with them in control? And it's really deep. It's really deep. And I listened to it like you, Chad. I only heard it once right before the pod. And I was like, oh, I'm about to go back because it's too deep to listen just one time. Like, I had to go back and really dig deep into this. But it's good. It sounds really good. The sound quality in this is amazing. Shout out to Virgil. Shout out to Lupe. Shout out to the lady that was on here as well too.
So I did read. He found her on Twitter. I guess she was making beats and went viral. And Lupe freestyled on the beat that she made, and then they ended up collabing. So yeah, thought that was tough.
All right, I think that's gonna do it for this half.
Yep.
We got a very special guest that's about to come on to the show. So we got to make sure that he comes on and gives you guys all the game that he's going to give. So appreciate you guys for tuning into this episode. Make sure you guys tune in. If you're in the live, we're about to be right back. If you're listening to the podcast on YouTube, we're going to be on the next episode. So we'll catch you there. All right?
All right. Peace.
All right, guys.